Hello and welcome to Art's Way Out, episode number 4. And today we have a trio from Tel Aviv and an artist from Berlin. So Ruohan Wang from Berlin. She's an artist, a painter, illustrator, working in so many multidisciplinary way and with a lot of collaborations. And it's between Haifa, Tel Aviv, and London, actually. We have Broken Fingaz, which is a collective of artists, Tant, Unga, and Deso. These are their stage names, and they also will stay anonymous in this talk because, they started as street artists, which usually don't like to be seen a lot. Ever since they've been doing a lot of other things, but I think they really like this side of being anonymous and nobody knows who they really are. So thank you all for being here today in this talk. And as you can see, it's also kind of special today because we're trying something new and we're trying to have a live painting session during this talk. So strange things are going to happen while we're talking and looking at their works. So we're going to start with you, Ruohan. Can you tell us a bit about your background and your artistic practice, and also maybe choose one or two projects from the past that were interesting and important for your work, and we can see some of the examples while you talk.
Hi, I'm Ruohan Wang. I'm an illustrator, painter, and a visual artist based in Berlin. And I studied illustration in Berlin University of Arts. 2017, I finished my study. And since then, I worked as a freelancer artist in Berlin. I'm born in China and growing up in China. Before university, I came here. Then right after 1 or 2 years, I went to the university. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us about one or two projects, so we can get to know a little bit your work from the past.
As I finished the school in 2017, and I tried to find a studio and like apartment studio for me. And I found this one as I visited the studio, and I just saw the place at prison, just opposite to the apartment on a balcony, and I saw playground, and I thought, okay, it must be a school. Later, as I moved in, I realized that it's not a school for child, but for adults. Yeah, so it's a prison. I made this illustration to like show the possibility we can like broken the boundary of the limits. And that one was my graduation work. Actually, during my study, I only did prints like comics and illustrations on paper or as gifts. But I never did such new making art. It's called audiovisual performance. Actually, I worked with a sound artist, and we built it together some sound sensors, like 6 sound sensors actually on the wall, and also it's why it's interactive, because if I moved my animation on or I projected my animation on the wall, and as the animation was moving, and the colors and the movement influenced or affected the sounds, and at the same time the sounds also give the feedback to the colors, and also the speed of the movement. But yeah, actually it's the progress was totally complicated, because I need to firstly draw something, then scan that, then make stop motion. I'm very emotional sometimes. I hiked there and I feel it's amazing. Just I think it's like if I'm not doing that, I think I just waste my time or waste my life, and I have to record my experience. Yeah, in this situation, I think it made me like things done. Like this whole memory is great, and I made the good ending for the memory.
Great. And so you guys, Broken Fingaz, maybe Tent, you can tell us how it all started, and how did this group come to work together, and what were you doing at the beginning?
Sure. So can you see my face?
No.
Great. So Broken Fingaz started in 2001. Actually, it was Unga and Kip and another guy that is not in the crew anymore that started it while they were in high school. It started as a strictly graffiti crew. In that time in Israel, graffiti was like almost not existed. Also, the internet was like still not like as we know it today. So we got some magazines from actually from Berlin, from our visits there back then, and we saw like this like crazy like movement that was like the streets were covered, and we were all like amazed from it. And we came back to our small hometown and start to do like try to do graffiti. In the beginning it was like terrible, I guess, but it was so fun. Like it was like just pure like adrenaline and game. And by the years it's developed, we started to do some events in Haifa, like parties, and we invited some artists, musicians from Tel Aviv and from all over the world. And we start to design like posters for those events, and slowly the rumor spread in Israel, and we start to get some like people from Tel Aviv to design like posters and logos for them. The tipping point somewhere in like 2010, when we first got invited to paint out of Israel, and it was in China, in Beijing. It was an art Beijing 2010, and it was our first like exhibition for the last decade. We've been traveling together all over.
There's a really very wide range of works. Like you did a video clip for U2. So tell us the story of the U2 video clip. How do three guys from Haifa end up doing a video clip for U2?
I think it was 2018, I think, that we just got a kind of a message. It was just a message sent to our email, basically from the Universal Studios, saying like, "Hey guys, would you be able or happy to do a video?" And I don't think they ever said in the first place. They didn't even said what was the band or what was the project or anything. Obviously, we were really excited.
It was really funny because they didn't tell us it's true. They were just like, "There's this band that like your work, they want to work with you," and we thought it will be like a random indie band that we never heard of. And then the next thing we know, yeah, Bono is calling and explaining us what he wanted to do, and it was real, and it was, I think, yeah, that's, we always try to do this when someone give us like this kind of a challenge, even if it sounds like there is no possible way to do it in 1 week in 3 different countries, but we will not say no. We just say yeah, and then we'll figure it out. And luckily it worked, and it wasn't perfect, but for 1 week it was, I think it was really great. They were very happy about it, and they were like, okay, we want more, and we started to build a relationship with them, which was really nice. Like, and we did music for like videos for their tour and for like performance in SNL and stuff like this. They actually saw the video the first time when it was finished. They didn't see any sketch or nothing.
At what point did you meet Broken Fingaz? Because I understand that you have collaborated in the past.
Yeah, I remember it was 2017, the end of 2017, as Wengang asked me. So first, Wengang asked me if I'm interested in the wall painting in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, I was not sure because I didn't do some walls before or graffitis, and yeah, and after a while, Wengang asked me again via email, and I feel this is going to be real. So I practiced. I bought some like air brushes, and also some springs. And I practiced in Berlin a little bit, and also did some also directly on my painting. So later I think, okay, I can't I can't make this job good. So I said yes, I can do that. And yeah, later I think we talked about more about details, and I also figure out my vision. And yeah, it was pretty like tight at the time. But but I did that, and I went to Jerusalem, and yeah, we started the project.
When you came to do the wall, it was like your first trip to Israel, right? What was your impression of this visit here?
I love everything in Israel, actually. Also, yeah, like Broken Fingaz, of course. The people, yeah, people, sure, the first thing, and which I really admire, and the characters. For me, it's not just working, it's like you're knowing people, and you will say like even you have a different culture, and we speak different language, and but still we can understand each other very well, and then it's a common part of human. And yeah, so it was the reason why the work at the end so turned out very well. Also because so many good things around me, and also like the people in Jerusalem. Yeah, as I painted my wall, and they came and just say everything they want to express. I think this part is really lovely, and they are really open to express their thoughts on me or idea, or just like.
We were really happy to be able to invite Ruohan because we saw her work. I don't even remember where, but maybe Instagram or something online. And we thought, wow, it looks fresh, and it looks like it just looks fun, and it doesn't look like it looks like she is enjoying while she's doing it, you know, which is really important. It just looks like it comes naturally and easy. and we liked the energy and we liked the style, and we said this will look so cool on a wall. And yeah, it was great to actually make it happen, and I'm happy to hear now that it was a good experience for her, because Jerusalem could be intense. It's not for everyone. You have to be strong.
Thank you, Wanga. Yeah, I'm also very thankful that people allowed me. They allowed me to do that.
Talking about these collaborations with very big enterprises, maybe you can tell us about your project you did with Nike.
The project was actually Nike has a project every year, and this is the second year of the Fly Leather hack, which is Nike like environment friendly or recycling leather. All the content was related to earth, and on the content I want to referencing some also like earth related like plants, and also my character, and embracing the earth and also the nature.
And when you work with Nike project, for example, did they also give you this freedom to do whatever you want, like Unga just told us about the work with the video clip?
I think was like one of the best collaboration I did. I actually enjoyed both. So like if I don't have like collaborations or jobs, I'm focusing on my own work, like art prints or paintings. But if I have collaborations, I'm just put my personal work back for a little bit. Then later, I'm going on with my own project. It means all the time I have something to do, and I'm always keeping my creating. And yeah, I think it's like the way I'm trying to be like full-time artist.
Let's talk a little bit about our present and what happened to your life and work and creation in the past month, ever since this COVID-19 situation started. How did it change your life? I guess for Broken Fingaz, as you said before, Tent, you were traveling a lot. And all of a sudden, this is something that is a bit more complicated. And how did your work change?
Yeah, I think, as you said, we pretty much stopped traveling for like almost a year. I think it's the longest since we know each other that we didn't met. We didn't work together, three of us. Unga have a new child, is already 6 months old, and we never saw him. It's weird.
8 months, man. 8 months. So
8 months.
yeah.
Jesus. I think three of us start more to focusing on our like studio work and working on more like personal kind of paintings. I mean, we're still enjoying a lot painting outside, but I think in that time it challenges more.
I can say I really miss working with the guys in the same place, because yeah, it's kind of I don't know. For me, like most of my inspiration comes from my crewmates, I guess.
I think it is. I mean, obviously, for some people it sucks. I'm aware of it. And as Stan said, like we just had a baby in the first day of lockdown, so it was some challenges. But overall, I mean, come on, when will we ever have this opportunity of like just a year, crazy year like this? I don't know, maybe never. So you should just try to take the most of it and do stuff that you probably will never be able to do again. Because the way I know human beings, they'll just, the moment it's open, everything will be normal and people will forget all the lessons that we learn.
And for you, Ruohan, how was this past month and what were you working on?
In Berlin, it's not so really limited, but there are no exhibition and also events. Yeah, I like during the lockdown, I think I couldn't visit my friends, and also, yeah, also I can't travel, and I didn't see my parents since like 1.5 years, and another thing. But I think another thing, maybe the same for me because I'm a person, inside person. Yeah, in the meantime, I can just produce in my studio, like slowly for some like organizing stuff, and also I have to clean up my computers, I think. Yeah, and also yeah, think about new project and planning something, and website, new website. Yeah, there are a lot of things to do in my list.
Speaking about the projects for the future, maybe you can tell us what you're working on now, or what are your plans for the projects to come?
We have really cool projects, like dream projects for next year already, which is it's great. One of them is a book that we've been talking about for like a few years now, and it's actually happening. So we're working on it now, and it should come out around to like maybe September next year. So like a real book, artist book, with everything that you know, most of our work from the last decade, and which is also, it connects to what you ask. So it is a time for us of change. So we felt like it's the right time to do sort of a closure, collect everything from a decade of just traveling around and put it out. So we'll be like be ready to leave it behind and, you know, move to our next phase. Which no one knows what it is, but it definitely feels like after 10 years of not having a house and just traveling, all of us kind of felt the need of like, okay, I need a proper studio, and you know, you need space to create. And this traveling, you get to meet a lot of cool people and you see so much inspiration, but it comes with a certain cost. You have to be really, you know, to adjust all the time. And I think now we're ready to kind of settle a little bit.
I really like the drawings you're all doing, the paintings now, the live thing. I think it's amazing, and it's like the best concept ever.
Yeah, it's really fun.
We lost Deso, we cannot see him anymore, behind the painting completely. So Ruohan, can you tell us what are your plans for the future? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, so as I said, I'm having an exhibition in China next year, April, yeah. But I'm not sure if I can fly back. I can fly back to China because I have to do like 2 weeks quarantine in the hotel. Also, a lot of certificate I have to fix in China. So it seems difficult, but I'm trying to prepare here. So for the show, and then send the work back to China. And also in the meantime, I'm building my own label. I think more like art prints.
Okay, so Ruohan, I think we're pretty much done here. So I'm just gonna say thank you all for doing this talk and this live painting session. It's been really wonderful. I really like the way it turned out. So thank you so much for this talk. And I hope that we can meet soon somewhere physically out of the screen. And I would love to see your new creations and your new work coming up soon, I hope. So thank you again for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.